hands down the funniest thing. Hands down the funniest thing on NXT this week. Possibly, I don't think there was anything actually funny on AEW. Actually, with exception to Dan Lambert and Brandy.
I don't even know what happened with that segment with Dan Lambert and Brandy, but this segment, in which I clearly see that JC Jane is still kidnapped in this image because you refused to post her. It's like she was cut out.
Excuse me.
You're gonna regret this one day when she's a star.
One second, sir. 1 second. Did you not say last week, and I quote, in future, if we put Toxic Attraction on the cover, you need to cover her up? Did you or did you not say that?
Yeah, but I never said, I didn't think you would follow my advice. I'm horrible with that. You know.
Second of all, this image didn't even include JC Jane when I found it. You could come at me with all this angst as much as you want. I didn't do anything on purpose when you advised me to do it. And then second of all, she wasn't even in the image to begin with.
Okay, fine. This isn't a situation of you excluding the weak link of the team. Fine. This isn't a LeBron AD of the Lakers not showing the rest of the team. Or the Clippers where we're so images of Paul George and Kawhi, but not the rest of the team who does all the backward.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? In your Thirst Trapper Jones chose the right image. I thought it would be more gratuitous. I thought it would be when she's covered in cake or spaghetti, mom spaghetti, which had me yelling, "Oh, that's mom spaghetti right there." Handling my house. That's what I thought was happening. But I have flaws in this storyline. I have looked at it and I said, "Wait a minute, how?"
No, I believe the only flaws of this is Malik Blade, but we will get to that. The man had his prayers answered.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like that's a waste of a player. In Black History Month, well, I guess it was still January 31st.
No, that happened on the 1st.
Oh well, that was the start of Black History Month. The official start is Mandy Rose falling into his lap, and a black man flaunting over, like, "Oh shoot, I got it."
But we say this, but then black people lost all through the night.
It's okay. It's okay.
You had We'll get through. We'll cover it during the show.
You can't even think of the black people that lost tonight.
Amari Miller lost.
Yeah. Draco
lost. Bivens' team lost.
Oh, come on. Bivens wasn't in the match, though.
Yeah, but Bivens is Bivens.
I'm still going to call tonight a win for black people where Malik Blade and Idris Endofe was plotting their game to get Toxic Attraction, but more importantly, Mandy Rose. And
some could say Malik Blade rose to the top.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Manny, you've never been in that shape in your life.
In the best shape of my life.
I didn't realize you had such a tribal tattoo.
There's more muscles in that neck than in my entire body. Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me do a proper introduction for my tribal chief, as he is a humble man, as I cherish my eyes, I give it. And still, you're reigning, defending, undisputed mid-card mess shit poster. Lord Manny Hayes.
Ooh!
The views of the sharpshooters does not reflect anything that Manny says. By the way, I'm Marcus the Grand Finale, whose mouth compared to his tribal chief, who, you know what? And now I bow down to you. And Manny, I want to say this in front of the 15 people we got watching the show at a time or ever. I acknowledge you.
Do you know what? There comes a time when you need to put a hold on thirst trapping and defeating Kerry.
Oh.
Because it takes too much out of you. You got to keep an eye on what he's doing, and then you have to keep an eye on what you're doing. And then I play by the rules, Marcus. I may have added rules to this. You're
the only one playing the game.
I may have added rules. I don't repost anything he does. Because I believe I checked if he'd done it before me, because if he did it before me, I won't do it. He didn't play by those rules, which means I should have won by more, because I negate those posts that he duplicated. Negate. But rules are rules. His numbers stand. But I added up my entire number rate of likes, comments, posts. I went over 1,700. He didn't even go over 1,000.
Manny, that's still too much.
I know. I need my
we're gonna test you with performance enhancement drugs. Way too much coffee. Way too much energy, apple juice. All of that combined.
I told you, Marcus. If I was ever in Olympic shape, I would never compete in the Olympics, because I want to compete in the steroid Olympics. Because I want to see a man run the 100 meters in 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's maximal potential. I want to see your max potential.
I don't want to see 9 seconds like ordinary men, like Usain Bolt. No, I want to see the actual Usain Bolt, the Bolt part of him, go 4 seconds. And then have a nosebleed and collapse afterwards.
I want to see a race of cheetah. I want to see him versus a cheetah, and I want to see him win. I feel like the Olympics need to evolve to men or women versus animals.
It's not fair.
The real Olympics.
It's not fair, because animal rights will get involved in that. You're using animals for sport. You're using animals for sport.
If they win, no one's gonna be mad. The shark is gonna win. If I swim against a shark, he's gonna win. He's just gonna eat me.
So, as
me in a bear wrestling match, the bear was clearly pinned me to the mat, and everybody's gonna applaud the bear as he's mauling me to death.
Then therefore, you'd be the bear in despair. So, a few show notes. Obviously, the Tuesday show is gone for now. We don't know when it's coming back. For now, there may be a chance it comes back in a month or two. We'll work that out. If you haven't already, check out the Best of January. Really fun watch. I watched it a few times. I'm arrogant. Benny, I like to watch it.
You're a very vain individual. You're a very vain individual. I watched it once, and it was an easy watch, but I'm also a vain individual who just enjoy, who laughs at myself and forget what I said, or laugh at Manny and be like, "Oh yeah," laughing like a little schoolgirl in a corner of the room.
We're funny.
Go to shower. Diabetes card play down. I can't believe I can't pay my bills, Baloo. Yeah, so that's kind of who we are. But tune into that show, and also tune into Raw and Retro, which will be another episode coming out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. 1 hour normally before this show, but that one isn't live, so you can actually watch that one. Just watch whenever. Levi said he tried, but he couldn't get past the World Star Bunny on the screen. She
Man,
actually appeared on
professional
NXT 2.0 this week. And she's lucky she got asked because that promo was terrible.
Oh, come on. Come on. And you know what? Hold on. Before we go into the meat and potatoes of that, I want to say she just stole Hit Row's gimmick. She stole it. Swerve Sky is rolling over his grave. Shane Strickland's gone, or Deadshot, or wherever he's going by these days, is going to be pissed that they stole his studio. That is his microphone. That is his gimmick. And she took it all. She took it all from him. And I don't appreciate that.
I think she's better in the ring. I honestly think she's better in the ring than BFAB.
Well,
I've saw two matches.
I've seen Rocks roll down hills better than BFAB in the ring. Okay? Brandy Rose is better in the ring than BFAB.
No. And we'll get onto that when we get into the AEW report.
Yes.
But we've got some news to cover. We've got 2 releases. Shane McMahon released from WWE, apparently for being a dick in the back.
Booking your son?
Booking the most boring Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble of all time.
Put himself. You know what? I'm glad there's a name attached. I'm glad there were firings involved into this. By the way, check out our watch along with the Royal Rumble. That's how you get our thoughts on that. But a brief thought: men's Royal Rumble was trash. At least I have somebody to look at and point a finger at and blame. I was like, it's all Shane McMahon's fault.
The best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Yeah. He tried to put himself over. He was a Dick the Bad Bunny who he tried to ruin the dynamic relationship. Nothing because between Vince McMahon and his Bad Bunny money. Okay, that is a sacred law right now.
Levi, you really don't need to watch Shane O'Mac Rumble. Go find YouTube highlights. You'll get more entertainment. I'm watching YouTube highlights in about the Rumble done in 5 minutes than you will watching this, because there was no highlights at all in this. Me and Marcus spent the whole time. Maybe it's because we got spoiled of the Forbidden Door with the Women's Royal Rumble and thinking surprises were going to happen. Maybe we spoiled ourselves with expectation. But when you saw everyone come out in that Rumble, it was like, where the fuck is Cesaro? Where's Finn Balor? This Rumble has no star power.
You know it's bad when I'm begging for star power from the NXT 2.0 roster.
Yeah, they didn't even bring anyone from NXT. They didn't even bring anyone from NXT.
I was like, can you please give me Joe Gacy? I'll take the blonde guy and chase you. I don't even know his pupil's name, but I would take him in this Rumble if I can, because there was nobody in it. And I'm blaming Shane McMahon and everybody else. And who was involved? He buried Jamie Noble, who's one of my all-time favorites, who I'm just never not entertained by in anything he's ever done. And so Shane had to go. And I don't know why he was put in charge of the Rumble. I do not know. I don't know what happened here.
I don't know. Apparently it was normally Triple H.
Oh. Damn.
But apparently Shane has some input in it. And then a man that lost 2 jobs in the space of 24 hours. So Brian Kendrick asked for his release a few weeks ago, much like Mustafa Ali, who hasn't been freed yet. Free Mustafa Ali.
Show me the light. Show me the light.
But Brian Kendrick was released from his, I think, producer or trainer role at NXT. And then immediately popped up, like maybe, I don't know how many, maybe hours later, saying he got a match against John Moxley on AEW Dynamite. And then immediately that match was pulled for, was it Holocaust denial and other racist comments?
Lizard people,
he said in the past.
9/11 shit. Just stupid.
Yeah, it was. I expected this to happen though. This is the right response.
Wait. Which part did you expect to have Brian Kendrick get canceled this early as soon as he got signed, or that as soon as the post came up?
As soon as the post came out, I realized that I was like, this is the right response.
Yeah, Tony had no choice at this point. Like, and are you a believer he's a conspiracy theorist, and I believe in conspiracy theories. Not like crazy. I'm not crazy, but I believe in the conspiracy theory of WWE put that video out. They put that video out of spite, out of pettiness, because I think from a professor in petty, I am. Petty PhD. I want to say that
Dr. Petty.
Dr. Petty, Dr. Petty, I prescribed that this would be a situation in which, oh, no, you didn't just ask for your release and then say, and because you have no compete, you just go show up on the enemy show and fight the enemy, John Moxley, and think you could just get away with that shit? You think you could just get away with that shit? I've had this tape for years, and we thought somebody else would discover it. We'll fire you ourselves, but no one honestly gave a shit about you until you said you were going to fight for the enemy, John Moxley. So therefore, motherfucker, I'm putting this out right now. I'm putting it out.
I mean, I thought that too. I thought that it was a conspiracy. Yeah, I thought that it was WWE doing, because like how's that gone under the radar for so long? Only for it to slip up with the moment he goes to the enemy. It writes itself.
2011, Manny. 2011. And so here we go. I feel like in my life, I'm going to limit all my success until I make someone so mad that they got to release 2009 audio of me on the Sharpshooter podcast. Just those old time bombs that I got to release a statement. And so I'm already prepping and writing speech, an apology speech, so I can just hit send. Whenever some shit come in, because in his defense, and I'm not someone, what he said was stupid and all that, but in his defense, that was 11 years ago about, right? People grow and change. I'm not saying these are his current views of things, but 11 years ago, I'm willing to say, he may have changed. And it's for all this old audio of random people. Unless you're Hulk Hogan. Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Because that shit was deep rooted. I'm just in the vein of like 11 years ago, 20 years ago, when they dig up all this old footage, people change and evolve. It's no reason to always like, oh, I gotta cancel people for that. Like when people are 17, they got like N-word on their Twitter feed, which I'm glad I wasn't 17 when Twitter was hyped or something, because I'm sure I would have been canceled, or no one would have cared.
I mean, I was a very big part of football Twitter when Twitter was around, when Twitter was first hot. That was when Manchester United were good. Levi said, judging by that, Paige should better never leave for AEW. Those videos are out though. Those videos are already
it's nothing to lose. She got nothing to lose at this point. She got nothing to lose. What else can she do? in these other videos.
When that video was made, I doubt he's changed his views.
He was just 30. I feel like he was just.
Yeah, but even then, like 30-year-old man, 35-year-old man. How old am I? 36? I don't know how old I am anymore.
You're 2 years younger than me. 35, Manny. God damn it! This thirst trapping is really bad.
It
affects your memory and your age. I don't know. Time stands still when you're thirst trapping. Just get lost in images and booty pics and blondes.
35-year-old Manny is completely different to 30-year-old Manny.
Yeah. So in Levi's thing, I think he should be punished and suspended for it. Yes, but is this like a cancel forever kind of approach? Nah,
I don't think he's getting canceled for it.
I think he was already canceled because no one cared about Brian Kendrick for years.
Yeah,
he was in a way. And when he was tag teaming with Paul London, I always thought Paul London would make it. He would have been a Janetti. Brian Kendrick only got cool when he came out with a Ezekiel Jackson, and he was the man with the plan. And I really more like the theme song than the actual wrestling.
So will he change his finisher to Slice Dead #2?
Yeah. And you know how Levi said Kendrick is done? He was already done. He was already done.
He was a trainer.
AEW wasn't going to say. Even when he was going to AEW, he was going to fight box. He was going to lose the box. People would have liked the match. I see you on Dark and Elevation fighting Sir Pentago. Okay?
I'm being real. I'm being real. He's no Serena Deeb, who was an NXT trainer and then bossed it at the moment she went to AEW.
Yeah. Change the game. So, good riddance to bad rubbish. That's how I like to say the character. It wasn't, to me, like, him being canceled, it's like, whatever. He was already gone. It's like saying, oh, yeah, guess what we're canceling? What? we're canceling the Dexter. It's already gone. It's already gone. It's already gone. It's gone. Will he resurface again? I'm sure he will somewhere down the line. Be like,
some low-level indie will book him.
Fighting Leo Rush in some fucking garage somewhere.
So
yeah. So
you ready to get into AEW?
Stupid ass views though. Yeah.
So AEW was supposed to kick off with Jon Moxley versus Brian Kendrick. So Tony Khan obviously released a statement that they're going to find a suitable replacement. Jon Moxley.
This was not suitable at all.
I mean, it's an upgrade.
So in wrestling ability, no. In like Jon Moxley dream opponents, no. I would hope like when the UFC says, "Oh, we're gonna have a fight," someone can make the card. You get like a matchup where you go like, "Oh." When it was announced he's fighting William Yuta, Manny, I went, I would rather for him to fight anybody else.
Marcus, if I told you just out of the blue it's Jon Moxley versus Brian Kendrick, I'm still going.
See, you are, and I'm going like, let's see what he's still got left in the tank. At least I have that.
No.
At least I have that. Let's see what fumes he have in that gas tank.
No, because I would have been more hyped. I would have been more hyped if I got another version of Jon Moxley versus old Japanese men, which we got last summer.
Jon Moxley almost tripped to Japan, which did never happen. Of course, I would prefer that, but I'm just saying, William Yuta is not a suitable replacement. I feel like there was somebody out there that, and I know it's short notice, but on his roster, which is one of the deepest rosters ever, there was somebody else who could go out there and go, like, I didn't want to see, which was this match, William Yuta and Jon Moxley go back and forth, which ended up happening at some point, where it looked like William Yuta had maybe a chance of beating Jon Moxley. And I was going like, no.
The match was
like,
fine, but
if it's Brian Kendrick, at least it's a special attraction who isn't really like signed with AEW, he's brand new or something. But William Yuta is a joke, he's a jobber, and I don't want to see him. And they brought out Orange Cassidy and Danhausen just basically so I wouldn't turn the channel, but I was watching I can't return because of the show. And I feel like this match killed Danhausen for me already. I didn't want to see him just with the best friends anywhere other than with the best friends. I can't stand the best friends. I think my hate grows every single day. They make me, and I'm going to curse here, freaking sick. I didn't curse.
Oh, keeping it PG.
I
like it. So Bryan Danielson comes out, says, and I quote, Mox was the best AEW world champion. And if he had a little support, he would still be AEW champion. He and Mox shouldn't be fighting. They should be fighting together. There is no reason a millennial cowboy should be AEW champion. Someone dressed as a dinosaur should not be tag team champion. There is no reason why someone's main contribution to society is creating a vlog should be TNT champion.
I mean, he's 100% right of all the shit. He nailed it on the head.
The only person he really put over by not saying anything, Jungle Boy.
Well, he put
but they found their own way. They found their own way to bury Jungle Boy today and later on.
Yeah. So, Manny, who of the three? I believe it's four AEW champions. Who's your AEW champion? Who you think was the best? Is it Mox?
Mox did it in a bad era, but like I feel like he had the better matches. I don't think Kenny. Yeah. I think Kenny was doing it hurt, so like that affected him. But like Kenny was never really strong. Like in terms, like he always seemed more of a joke to me as a bit part to his crew around him. Whereas Mox was alone and then like added Eddie Kingston and bits and pieces to it. But like I always felt like Mox was his own man. Like Jericho, you could say because he had all the fans and stuff. He had all the fans and stuff, but again, that was inner circle bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with Bryan Danielson and say that Mox was the better champion, but just like Drew McIntyre, he was a pandemic champion.
Yeah,
and he didn't really get the crowd with him. Like he didn't really have that. He like won the title and then the world stopped, and it was like, oh shit. And he didn't get to really run with it, like with the crowd. So I will say that However, I do disagree with everything else, or the idea of they need to hook up, because damn it, they need somebody in there with original ideas in AEW. I don't know. I know Tony is probably right in everything, but every single storyline, well, 90% of them is, do you want to team with me? That's really every storyline. Everybody's trying to form a team. Whether you're Aleister Black, whether you're Andrade, whether you're Matt Hardy, whether you're Jericho with the Inner Circle and all that bullshit, whether you're MJF and the Pinnacle, the whole Team Taz saga, the best friend, like everybody decides, oh, I want to team with you. I want to team with you. Will they or won't they? Not Leo Rush, but Dante Martin, Leo Rush, and Team Taz and all that. Every storyline is the exact same. Penta and the Death Triangle, or Penta and Eddie Kingston and them. Like literally 90% of their storylines is, do you want to team with me? Oh no, you don't. We fight to the death.
Well, like, this is the other thing. This is the other thing though, but he's given great reason as to why they should team. Whereas like there doesn't seem, a lot of the other teams you just listed don't seem to have a purpose. Like what he's listed as having a purpose is that they could be champions together. They could run this place. They could.
I feel like that's everybody's mission statement when they
they mentor and train the future of wrestling together. That seems like a more purpose. Whereas like he was talking about the best friend and their jokes.
Manny, so here's what I want to say with this. I agree with you. It sounds like a purpose, but you know what's different between Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson and everybody else saying this? It was from Bryan Danielson, who's better on the microphone than the other people who are doing it. Who's just great. He's just great. And so you want to believe him more. But everybody else has said this exact same mission statement. But you look at him and you go, Ricky Starks, I don't think you're going to take over the wrestling industry with Will Hobbs. I don't buy it. I don't buy you and Taz teaming together and going like, we're going to rule the world. Or Matt Hardy and Private Party, we could rule this world. No, I don't believe that. But when Bryan Danielson said, because he's probably, Hall of Famer, GOAT, and all that stuff, you believe it right away.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Then we move on to the next segment, where Brandy Rhodes comes out, gets booed for trying to get cheap heat, saying she's in Cleveland when she wasn't, when they were in Chicago. Dan Lambert instantly comes out, states, you would think someone from a wrestling family, how bad it is for business when you start believing in your own bullshit. They may have given you a reality show, but you need a reality check. He states Brandy from the block accent is as fake as her titties.
He said bulldogs in the front. Or something.
Bolt-ons.
Which is the polite way. Yeah.
I always feel like a decent human being standing next to you, which is harsh. Brandy throws it at Ethan, and Ethan, we only hired you so we can get close to Josh Alexander.
The crowd goes, who? Even though I got the reference, I think 50% of that crowd went, I don't watch Impact, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
The crowd yells, shut the fuck up towards Brandy, state that he should spend more time with America's top team instead of AEW because some of his team are just taking big losses.
Yeah, he's talking about Amanda Nunes and I forgot who the other was who just lost. I forgot who else he mentioned. She mentioned, yeah.
What's his name? Woodley. Woodley lost to.
Oh yeah, he lost to Jake Paul. Well, that was a boxing match. How dare you throw that shit in the face? How dare you, Randy?
Brandy weakly slaps Dan Lambert, who then brings Paige Van Zandt. And then the entire women's locker room come out, stops before anything happens. Nothing even happened. Unnecessary pull apart because nothing actually happened yet.
The other Paige came out. That's what I like to say. And they brawled. Manny, that slap to Dan Lambert, I felt like I was in a romantic comedy where they slap a person and then they come in for the kiss right after. Like, oh, it's one of those slaps. I hate you. Baby. One of those. Like, which is very unrealistic. He should have never progressed. But I felt like this was entirely unnecessary. This was unnecessary for this show. I don't know who I'm supposed to cheer for or root for. They're both disgusting people at this point. Although I agree with Dan Lambert, everything he says.
He got cheered instantly when she came out. Do you know that makes him a saint in comparison to her?
Yeah. And I believe this is all about Cody and his completion of turning heel. And I just think this is I just thought this unnecessary and stupid. And
no, Marcus, I feel like something more unnecessary happened.
Oh, okay.
Matt Hardy in the back was disappointed that Private Party didn't win the tag titles last week. That he states he wants Sammy's title now, and Isaiah Cassidy wants the title. He's going to take the title off him, and then Andrade comes in and then states his struggles to sign Darby Allin. Pointless. Yep. What's this man become? Where's this man become?
Matt Hardy or Andrade?
Andrade. I expect this from Matt Hardy. I don't expect this from Andrade.
I want to say, Andrade, look at me. Look at me. I don't know what they were doing to you in WWE that made you want to quit, but it can't be this. It wasn't this. So I'm seeing on TV, you are doing nothing. As I watch Aleister Black form whatever he's doing, or I watch all the other people who left WWE for gripes, you're in the same spot, if not worse. You're in a worse spot.
I mean, he's also speaking more and exposing himself more.
Hey, man, Hardy. Anger. What are you talking about? You sound like a Japanese man. Like it's not even Hispanic. It's not even Spanish anymore. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, he's speaking from diaphragm. Like, Marcus.
He talked like he's being possessed by a ghost of a person that didn't speak English.
I speak deep from diaphragm.
The ghost of Nikolai Volkov is in me. And I can't say what I want to say. But Matt Hardy, let me fight off this ghost.
Levi said he'd be in a far worse position in WWE.
I don't know.
I'd rather be off TV getting paid. I'd rather be off TV getting paid than doing this.
He wasn't on TV. He was at least having matches, which is my favorite thing about Andrade. Was his matches. He's not even doing that anymore.
Can someone check? Whoever's in the chat, other than Levi, including Levi, can you find out the last time Andrade had a match on Dynamite or Rampage? I'm not counting Dark or Elevation. If you throw that stat out there, you're immediately rebuked.
Yeah. In the WWE, he was having at least matches. Like now, we just see his weaknesses. They're not showing any of his strengths, which is him in the ring. It's just him in the back like this.
Trying to buy Darby Allin.
Trying to buy human beings. That's his character. I want to buy human beings. He's like, I don't know if you've seen the movie The Toy, but that's where we're at with Andrade. That's where we're at.
So we get the House of Black versus Blind Pack and Penta. I like the match, Marcus. I like the match, but I can't buy the finisher. The toss into a slam. That is not a move. That is not a tag finish. That is basic wrestling 101.
I don't mind it. I didn't mind it, and I was okay with the match. But the number one thing I came away from this match, so Pac's gone for 4 weeks, probably.
Yep.
And another video package. Very angry little man. Come back. I don't know why I'm speaking like I'm trying still. And I will be back, and I will tell you what's going to happen. Just join them or something. Get out of here. Death Triangle needs to stop.
It's not a triangle anymore. It's a line. Death line.
Because one of them is always out.
It's not even a triangle anymore. Just a line.
I get 2 weeks of them all together for one time. 2 weeks in a row. Never happened. Never happened. Even from the introduction, where it's like, where's the Death Triangle? Oh, that's the end of that. They never showed up together again. Pac is still overseas. Oh, he made it back. Oh, Penta's hurt. Oh, no, Ray's hurt. Oh, Ray's visa issue. Oh, Penta's visa issue. They're never together.
Where are we getting at now? Adam Cole claims he doesn't get the respect he deserves, despite his undefeated record, because last week it was an unsanctioned match. Because remember, the lights were off.
He was a very angry man who I saw lose on TV last week. I don't care what he says. Very angry little man. He looks like a hanger. Just no muscle or meat on him. It's just all purpose to carry people, carry things.
And then he's going to let us know what he's all about next week. Or on
Where's
Rampage.
his guys? Where's his guys?
When he defeats Evil Uno.
Evil Uno in Colorado. Yeah. That
Evil Uno.
I was like, that's who you want to beat. That's the same. That's the equivalent of box fighting Willie user to me. Evil Uno's going nothing.
Levi said, "What's worse, Pac's vignettes or Alexa Bliss?" Do you know what I would say? I would say if Pac stayed in AEW, his vignettes would be fine. You know, like if he wasn't gonna be here for 2 weeks and then fuck off back to Newcastle, and then be gone for like 3 months or whatever, and then return 3 months later, I would if that wasn't happening, I would say Alexa Bliss's, but because I know Bliss is coming, unlike Veer, I would say those are better because obviously I understand the purpose of the Alexa Bliss package. It's in order to change the character that is Fiend Bliss, you need to put her through the therapy and work through her problems and to become regular Alexa Bliss. You can't just be like, she turns up and she's fine. Because then some people are just going to be like, the wrestling hips are just going to be like, she was this, how did she just magically become this?
What happened to her superpowers? They're gonna be so stupid. They don't ever.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win with anyone. So
these packages will run out, and she will, I guess, be normal Bliss, but help she be able to shoot fire out of her hands, which I feel like is a plus. Pac is like the Undertaker, who just video package and it shows up. But the Undertaker at least we knew what that
had
was
history.
About.
He had history, so you went along with it. Pac is nothing like the Undertaker. So we get into a pretty good match with Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho. I actually enjoyed it.
Okay. It was okay.
No, I enjoyed it. I'm giving it the credit it deserves. I enjoyed it.
I'm taking away any credit on this match. It was just okay. And then how do you feel about the result? Do you think the right woman won?
Yeah, because I think they're going to go a bit further with this, it seems. Because obviously they had, Nyla Rose complain last week that her problem was Ruby Soho, and then 99 times out of 100, she would destroy Ruby Soho. So I'm guessing this is leading to somewhere. Whether they follow up is another story.
I don't know. I read in one of the dirt sheets, Ruby Soho is upset about her direction in the company, but I was like, that's what happens.
I don't think many people care in AEW about their direction in company. There's only a split few. Maybe the ones that have been in WWE, maybe they're a bit like, maybe they're starting to go, maybe the grass isn't greener.
No, I think people care. It's just the levels of who do you care about. Like anybody on Dark, I don't think no one honestly care. But they did bring Ruby Soho in as like this big deal. They gave her, music and stuff and debuted her at a pay-per-view. And then it's kind of like, oh, she's not really going anywhere. They had her lose to Jade and Britt Baker, and then she's kind of just middle of the road. I just wish, their women have more storylines, even though, we may hate WWE. At least some of their women have these alternate storylines that are not going for the title. You may hate Rhea Ripley and
Nikki Ash.
Yeah, Nikki Ash, but at least it's something for them to do and stuff. Instead of just like, shoot, you get one match, one segment women per show.
Yeah.
And a segment that could have been used for other women, like the Brandy and I guess Paige Van Sant could have went to somebody on your roster. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I hope to God this doesn't lead to a Brandy versus Paige Van Sant match because that's going to be awful.
Yeah, I just want them to mix it up. I think it's going to lead to a cage match inside of an octagon, like a Lions Den match, Manny. That's my fear of this Brandy's Paige Van Sant match. Lions Den with Brandy and Paige at the next pay-per-view. Because that's what they built. They treated this like it was Tyson Austin.
Well, things
no one
building
asked
up.
for this.
from what I can tell, during the thirst traps days, the excessive thirst trap days, Brandy had been picking up wins on Dark and Elevation.
Everybody picks up wins on Dark and Elevation, and then you see their record. It was like, when did they get this? And then they always lose on Dynamite, like Matt Sydal.
No, but that was part. That was part of the article actually that was on What Culture the other day. Was the when they talk about wins and losses don't matter, whole direction is they don't, because they put a lot of them on AEW Dark where most people don't care or watch. So it's like when the Private Party suddenly are now like in top contention for tag titles last week.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but the last time people watched them was what? Maybe, I think they said last time they were on Dynamite was like August or something last year or something crazy like that.
Something like that, yeah. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, I wish we can get recaps. I know WWE overdoes it with their recaps and vignettes and the Geico moment of the week or the progressive power move of the day or the 1-800 collect European.
You would think that because AEW get better sponsors. Yeah, AEW get better sponsors like State Farm,
Batman and shit.
Will Rally Sport said, "Hi, glad Paige Van Zandt is getting a chance. She's well cute. Brandy Rhodes is annoying. I watch Dark and Elevation. She's wrestling a lot on there at the moment. You may be one of the few that watch that. I don't have the time personally to watch that.
To me, instead of watching Dark, I'd rather watch NWA or other wrestling shows, NXT UK or something like that. Whatever, Impact. Which Impact is a show that I can watch, but I hate. There'd be storylines I like, and there's a bunch I don't, and it's really hard for me to like get into that show. But I'd rather watch that than Dark, because at least there's storylines. But my main issue with AEW's women's division is that they don't feature them enough to get me to get to know these women. Like Nyla Rose will disappear as soon as whatever she's doing with Ruby Riott is done. And so be Ruby Riott. The only person who's consistently on their show and doesn't disappear and that isn't the champion is Serena Deeb and Sheeta. Which she wasn't
even on TV this week.
Yeah, she didn't even have her vignettes or anything or nothing. So I just think that they can, you don't have to. I know they think that people gonna change the channel because it's a bad AEW's women's match, but I don't care if it's bad. Let me get invested into their characters. Put Thunder Rosa at who was she fighting this week on Rampage? And Mercedes Martinez on Dynamite instead of Rampage.
Yeah, that would work.
Because they did their story, like 3 weeks ago when they had a pull apart? And then all of a sudden they have a match on Rampage with no vignettes or hype behind it, really? What makes me want to see that?
Levi said Brandy has become AEW Shane McMahon. I don't think so.
Who's more cancerous? Shane seemed like he was bad. That your daddy had to go. I had enough.
Shane's bad backstage, according to those reports. He's bad backstage, but like his music hits. He doesn't get the fuck out of it. From the fans, like
he does have that love. He almost died for us.
Yeah, he has that kind of reaction of he'll fall off something and he'll mildly find it funny,
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I think Brandy, because she's with Cody, it's hard to slip away from that whole Cody verse.
Yeah, but I think the Brandy stigmatism is that she's in the role essentially of Stephanie McMahon, basically. But the thing is about Stephanie and Brandy, Stephanie's actually good on the microphone. Yeah, and been a character for years who's actually been solid and has good facials and stuff. But Stephanie knows her limits, in which you will never catch Stephanie in a ring. You'll catch it once in a blue moon. And I guess in that Ronda Rousey Kurt Angle fight, which was really good, but she didn't really have to do much. You know her limits to stay out the ring and let Ronda and Hunter and Angle do all the work. And she'll just come in, get one big spot, and get the fuck out of here because I don't know what I'm doing, really. I do some stumps, some slaps, and walk away.
So before we continue, there's stuff that we need to explore. First of all, thanks for watching, Will Rally Sport. Appreciate. Hope you subscribed and liked the video. Levi said this. I wish I watched more wrestling, but instead I end up in Venice Beach where I ran over a homeless man. Please explain.
No, do not explain. As not your lawyer, Levi, do not explain anything. Don't.
Your name is very different. I'm just gonna call you Riley.
Just call Riley.
Not a lot of people watch AEW Dark, just me and about 50,000 people. Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa were a tag team on Monday. It was great. My 2 favorite women in AEW. If you had to pick, who's your favorite person in AEW? I think mine's Serena Deeb.
Favorite woman, not person, or
I think famous female wrestler. I think Deeb, and then followed by Statlander for me.
I got Deeb by far, and after that, it's really no one else. I may go Ruby because I know who she is. Everybody else kind of I don't know. Britt Baker, I'm just not really into. Just like So I might just go Deeb. Just whatever Deeb and Sheeta's doing. Sheeta, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I support the stuff.
She gets the job done, doesn't she?
She gets the job done. She's serviceable, and she's been featured enough where you actually understand what her character's about. That she's a hero, a noble person, and I appreciate her craft of in a year's time learning English very well, almost fluently. The way she speaks and stuff, and I was like, oh, she's really putting in a lot of work.
The thing that they do really well,
Sheeta.
The thing that they do really well with Sheeta is they don't expose her on the live mic. They put her in backstage segments which can be recorded, and like video packages that can also be recorded. So I think especially with Japanese and Chinese people, when they learn English, it's a lot. They learn a lot by watching other people say with their mouths. Mm-hmm. And then they mimic, because English is not easy for other people.
It's a stupid language because we have 80 different words that sound the same, look the same, spell the same, mean things like red, and red.
Yeah.
If you just say that out loud, you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you know what I mean. When I go, there's a color, I read a book, there's read. It's always what? That's English for you.
I'm having difficulty actually reading the chat on the chat window for some reason. It's not showing everything.
Okay.
Coming in.
Rowley subscribed a bit a while ago. He's all time. There's Justin. What's up, my mid-card fam? Part of the mid-card mess. Nice. Welcome to our humble abode.
He had some great pictures the other day. Him with what was a cowboy hat, but which we later learned it was a trilby hat.
You're gonna put Levi's incriminating paragraph.
Yes, I am. If he can point out Keith Lee's past, we can point out Levi's past.
No, as not your counselor, I would say don't.
Last weekend,
people are volatile when it comes to suits. They just want money.
A football game Saturday night, and homeless man ran behind my car while backing up. Then my wife sprained her ankles at the concert. Oh, that's not good.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds like a bad weekend. Hope your wife's okay.
Hold on, Manny. I'm about to do some English. Can you put the Levi's next comment up? This is why English is hard.
It's not actually appeared. I know what it says because I've got the live feed in front of me. Oh wait, I can get it now.
It says "Go Niners," right? Go Niners, go. Go. You can say it like that, and it means it's almost like a go away. And he's like, "Go Niners," who are gone on the playoffs.
So are yours.
No, Manny. My team is in the Super Bowl, my friend.
Who's your team?
This is Rams' house. The Super Bowl is in our home.
Oh, are you playing the I've got 2 teams bullshit?
It's not bullshit. I have 2 teams, and I've stated this multiple times on the show. Go to the record book that the Green Bay Packers and the Rams are my team. The Green Bay Packers is my team, but because I've always wanted a football team in LA, and I support an LA football team, as soon as the Rams came over, they became my team as well. Yes, it's a stupid conundrum to be in, but it's LA. We haven't had a football team in decades, and it's finally happening now. And I'm not going to sit here and boo or root against and say, oh, I'm going to be a cheesehead and not root for anybody else. No, I'm part of the Rambly, and I've been accepting this for years.
So this came as a joke in my Jets group chat, but there was an official NFL. Can't see if it can get on there.
I just see Bengals.
Official NFL bandwagon transfer form.
Yeah, I've seen those. I'm not on any bandwagon right now, but I do like the joke. If I am on the bandwagon, I'm the motherfucker driving it.
Last team you were a fan of. All right, the Jets. Are you a first-time bandwagoner? If not, for how long? I was like, I'm not.
I'm very wishy-washy. I treat my teams like part-time jobs.
Reason for transfer.
Here one day, no call, no show when they win.
A, player trade. B, team started losing. Team became irrelevant. You're a Browns fan. E, other.
Ready.
A goddamn Jets fan.
As I appreciate this conversation, we need to get through this one. We're 50 minutes in the show. We haven't even got to NXT yet.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the only thing that mattered on the show of AEW. That was Punk and MJF.
Yeah, let's just get to that. MJF choked CM Punk, was caught by the ref, then rules the match to continue. MJF then shoves the ref, and the match still continues.
Yeah, hold on, ready. MJF chokes out CM Punk, match continue. Fan slaps MJF, match continue.
Yeah,
fan literally hit me. We're gonna not do DQ that in front of the ref. So I want to talk about this match in which I'll go. I was shocked at how much time they had for this match left.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that they got the time to tell the story.
Yeah. And I didn't even think we were going to get a real match, to be honest. In previous weeks, I thought MJF was going to dodge it or some kind, keep pushing it off and, maybe have one of the surprises show up and attack Punk or something, because contracts are up this day and stuff. So I was like, oh, but he didn't. And they had the match. And I'm going to say I enjoyed the match, but I thought there was some stupidity in it. There was some logic gaps in it, which I didn't like.
I'm with you. I thought some bullshit was going to happen. There did, but I think more bullshit was going to happen. I thought, who was it? Captain something, Sean something, the guy that
Captain Sean Dean.
Yeah, Captain Sean Dean. I thought the exact reverse is going to happen. I thought Wardlow was going to come out, hit MJF. Like play that whole, what's he gonna do? Who's he aligned with sort of stuff, and then power bomb MJF, get CM Punk DQ'd, and then MJF beat CM Punk.
Oh, but you had a full breakup of Wardlow and MJF in the show, though.
No.
Powerbomb is a significant move where we break up. No. Powerbomb me if that's a part of the plan.
But you play it off, don't you? You play it off as this massive thing. You do it for a couple of weeks of like Wardlow's not with him, and then they put a stain on CM Punk's record. All this stuff. I thought that's what's going to happen, and then they have a proper match at Revolution. I thought that was what was going to happen.
I know that people may be against it. I enjoyed the match and stuff, and I'm happy they gave it to them. They ain't doing real bullshit. For storyline wise, that's not that bad. They've been teasing this Wardlow turn. The crowd would have been happy and stuff. And then Wardlow finally stands up for himself, punches, and then CM Punk wins or something. And then MJF and Wardlow hug and they make up or whatever as part of the plan. I would have been supportive of that, as for storyline purposes,
It works. But it works. Because you can always. I don't think they're really in the game of giving us a non-finish like they would in WWE, like how the cop out to the Royal Rumble match with Bobby and Lesnar and all that stuff. Yeah. But I think storyline purposes, this is what I would have went with, because it's not for a title or anything, so you could have got away with it.
Yeah, it's real drama. It was a real drama match, and I don't think, maybe someone say, "Oh, you're a hippo in a crate." You would have complained if that would have happened or something like that. No, I enjoy the good storytelling. And again, on these shows on AEW, this is really the only storyline other than Sheila and Deep that I'm kind of invested in. Because I do not care. And I know over this, we skipped over Hangman Page and Lance Archer and whatever, but I don't give a shit about that. I didn't give a shit. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. He's a weak ass champion, and the only thing I'm invested is MJF and CM Punk in Chicago having this match and stuff. And I was like, for the storyline, I would have continued this and had the real match at Revolution.
They're not even booking Adam Page strong either. Like they're not making him look like a credible champion. But Levi. So going with the chat, Levi did say that MJF is something. Justin said, I kept thinking MJF was going to back out too. Maurice said, I'm glad they didn't do that with Wardlow. And Raleigh said, MJF's a great heel. Wardlow one day will turn on him. Just waiting. Thought it might have happened by now.
Yeah, I just think
AEW make you wait for thing. They make you wait for thing. They love making you wait for things.
I just thought the tease of like the crowd getting hyped up and him about to hit him and all that. It's like, yeah, Wardlow, you probably did the right thing. Not realizing it inadvertently cost CM Punk, and then they hug. And it's like, it would have been some real heel shit. But
yeah,
I still support. I'm still okay with the finish and how it went down. I still like the middle portion, which was the choke out. I didn't really like that.
I think it added to something, but like
it didn't. I hated it.
I feel like if it ended that way, I would have been more. I would have enjoyed it more because then it gives you something to come back to. But
if Maurice it ended that way, go ahead.
Because it's not appearing in the chat window, but I'm reading it on the live feed. This match needed the definitive winner, and MJF was the right one to go over. It was well deserved.
I agree, but it's still a cheap shot, dynamite ring kind of win.
But he's a heel, though, so I guess it worked.
If he was really going to help him put him over, because I feel like we're doing this again.
Yeah, Revolution.
And whatever, and probably a stipulation of some kind.
Cage match or something.
Cage or death or whatever the case may be. 2 out of 3 falls because MJF is going to brag about I beat CM Punk twice in the same night, probably. He should have 2 losses on there. In his hometown. And I beat him with a freaking sleeping hole or something like that, right? So he's going to have all that stuff going for it. And I think the next match is going to either be like some type of stipulation to keep people away and whatever the case may be. 2 out of 3 falls, maybe an Iron Man match. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the choke out finish in the middle threw me off because he put him to sleep. He choked him out. And then the referee restarts the match, and CM Punk is back alive. Like, if you get choked with some type of rubber or thing like that, you are almost dead. And why didn't he kick out if he wasn't dead? Like, it wasn't a normal sleeper hole. And I was just like, that's not the way. If it was like the finish and he did it, I'd be like, okay, but like they reversed it. If they reversed it, like if he did the ring first. And then the ref sees the ring somewhere, and it's like, did you hit him with the ring or something like that? I've been okay with that more than I'm okay with the choke you out to death, and then all of a sudden you're back alive for another, I guess, 20 minutes of the match or something. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. You died. So that part I thought was unnecessary, but other than that, I thought it was a great finish to Dynamite. But again, it was the only storyline I cared about on the show. Everything else I was kind of like,
I was intrigued by the offer by Bryan Danielson. I was intrigued by it.
I wasn't because everybody wants to join up. Reminds me of the movie Us. Let's just all grab hands at the end. Why? Why is this your plan?
Okay, so we're an hour in. Let's move into NXT.
Downtown swing. Well, it's the problem when you have only one show a week. Or 2 shows a week. One show where people actually watch.
I mean, do us a favor. Once you finish watching us today, can you just go click on the other video? You don't have to watch it. Just go click on it. Just go click on not the best of. You could go watch the best of. 100%. I put a lot of hours into that. But go watch the Saturday show. I can't. It hurts me to see that at 17.
It's okay. I'm okay with it. I can live with it.
So NXT opened up with Imperium versus
Diamond It was fun.
Marcus, in what I believe is the pettiest moment of the week, Gunther nailing Roderick Strong before the bell, kicking him in the face.
No, Roderick is doing his normal pray to Allah. No. But I'll tell you this. This is what I like about that, which I hate. I hate in old Raw. Apparently, Retro Raw did this. In AEW and other promotions, if someone cheap shot a guy, the ref doesn't ring the bell. They wait till every combatant leaves the ring and the people are ready to go. I appreciate that in modern WWE wrestling, that it's no cheap shot. Oh, we start the match that way. Like, no, because imagine in UFC or in any combat sport, while they're doing the introductions, I just throw a kick in some guy's face and the ref is like, start the match. Stop the match.
You're disqualified instantly.
Yeah. So I appreciate the start match, but I really enjoyed the 6-man. And I think these are two big fashions. And to sum up NXT 2.0 and the WWE in general, as I'm watching this show, just because I may forget this point, I approve of everything WWE has done with the releases. I may not agree with them, and I'm like, no, not that person. What are we doing? But I'm at the point where I think WWE is a losing franchise right now. And when I have a losing franchise, whether it's NFL, NBA, MLB, I'm blowing the team up. And we're rebuilding. And NXT feels like that rebuild because I'm watching. If you want to see them build new stars, it's on NXT 2.0, where it feels fresh. And I wanted all these people in the Rumble and not what they have. Like, I don't want like currently Roman Reigns is Trevor Lawrence on the Jaguars. To bring up
in hindsight, you look at it and you go, outside of AJ, that first batch of 20, it was like, God damn.
Yep. And we're rebuilding. They're rebuilding. And apparently they're going to announce some profit of $1 billion or something like that. They made money, whatever. They remind me of the Clippers who, we suck. We have a loser team and our star player is Eric Piatkowski. But Donald Sterling made money off that team, which was ridiculous. This
was a really good. I really enjoyed this opening match. Like, I don't enjoy 6-man tags, but this didn't feel like a 6-man tag. This felt like a normal tag where Gunther. They were trying to walk all through it. Gunther just came in to kill.
Yeah.
Did you? So
this felt like a blood feud.
This went off. I don't think it got noticed that well, but I think what's his name? Brutus, the bigger one, Brutus.
Yeah. I mixed up the name, so
had him by the waist from behind, and then Walter just nails him like so hard with his elbow. Like, that was real. He connected because he looked what's the word? Rattled after that.
Yeah. he had to hold the rope, I believe. If I remember right, he was like, fuck. But yeah. And the thing is, Walter was already stiff, but now that he's in shape, Walter, with a little bit more muscle and probably even more quickness, he probably doesn't even know how hard he hit him. It's probably like, oh shit, I can't go that hard anymore. So
this is why I was proud that he got into shape, because they probably told him, get into shape, you're going to American TV, which would be great. Which is what I wanted the thing for Keith Lee. I didn't need Keith Lee to be super trim.
He seems like he put on more weight. Like, I don't know what happened with Keith Lee. It just seemed like he put on more weight. And, whatever. It's old news. I don't want to talk about the old days and all that.
And then
this match was fantastic, and I enjoyed it. I'm glad Imperium, the Bartel and Eichner part, are getting featured more. I feel like they've deserved it for a while. They've been good for a while, but they were never featured in Black and Gold.
Who you like
Which
better?
one? Out of Eichner and Bartel?
I like Eichner.
I'm an Eichner guy, but I prefer Bartel's look. Because Bartel looks like that piece of shit. Like, I want to punch Bartel, just the way he looks down on everybody. But Eichner is the guy I like because I'm like, this dude, he can do anything. He reminds me of a mini Brock Lesnar in his athleticism and strength.
Yeah. In the back, Bivens and the Creed brothers hype up winning the Dusty Cup and facing Imperium again. But for that time, it will be for the NXT titles, where GYV get in their heads. But then Bivens tells him, pip, pip, cheerio. This doesn't work for me, Marcus.
Why not? Why?
Because pip pip cheerio is something you say to someone from the South. of England.
Bivens know that? You think Bivens know that?
You don't say that to someone from Liverpool. You don't say that to someone from Liverpool?
If I'm being a dick, I'm gonna do it, Manny. Even with this new information that you have, if I ever venture to Liverpool, I will go and I'm in a fight with somebody. Oh, you're mad? Pip pip cheerio.
Yeah, then they'll kill you.
Yeah, you were like, yeah. If it was a play for me to die, in the UK, man. I'm glad it's not in the mean streets of Southern California. Yeah,
is this the part where we relive?
I would just become a statistic. At least in the UK, I believe it may make the news. American murdered on the streets of the UK. And where I'm at, if I died, statistic, another one.
So I'm going to leave the toxic attraction bit for the end because that was the funniest bits of the night. Cora Jade versus Raquel Gonzalez. Cora wants to prove to Raquel that she has what it takes to be a partner of the Dusty Cup. Raquel pretty much throws her around for about 15 minutes.
90% of this matches. Yeah,
the lights went out so many times.
Oh, I'm going to do a pump handle. Hi, my name is Hey, Manny. Or whoop. 90% of matches Raquel's nipple coming out. It was really hard to get into this match because I guess this outfit does not fit somebody of her build.
She has no breasts.
So the outfit was that it was a Brie Bella situation when she was on TV and she was in that outfit. And it was just like, oh, my nipple's hanging out. Oh, there's no, it's really all a half right here. It's just all nipple. It's all nipple. So that's why you can't be happy with this match or the story what happened. And I don't know who told her to wear this outfit. It was like,
was that the reason why it was going black? I thought they were having technical difficulties.
No. It was all nipple. Her nipple was coming out. That's what reports said. She kept exposing her. She had a wardrobe malfunction. Like if you go back in the match, you even see her like adjusting it over and over. And even Cora Jade's like, "Fuck, we can't show her that." Like there were even shots randomly of which they would only show her boots as she would do moves. Like it was like, damn it, who cleared this outfit? I feel like you should run around in your outfit first before you just be like, I'm gonna debut a new outfit on NXT live TV. Like at least save that for pay-per-view. I feel like, I don't have to censor it that much. But call the pay-per-view TNA and we'll be okay.
And then Pete Dunne, I'm going to do some quick hits now, Marcus. Pete Dunne said he got his advice from Tony's cousin Tulio, but says he wants to handle this finally in a steel cage.
Necessary for this feud, but all right.
Duke Hudson has a video package which was very meh.
I'm happy he's venturing away from the poker gimmick, but now I'm afraid he might be a barber.
Yeah.
He lined himself up. I was like, this is a video? Look, I'm embracing this shit. The ladies love this bald head.
Persia and Indy with Dexter. Persia wanted some of Duke. The segment was awful. But it was the first time Dexter and Indy were on screen for the first time in ages with Bull Buchanan's boy trying to get with Caden, asking for advice.
One, we need to divorce Indy and Dexter. And two, Dexter is the most main roster character in the history of NXT, no matter what. Vince would love this character. I don't understand why he's still down here. He's a serial killer, essentially, who Vince can do a bunch of 24/7 shit with, or weird storylines and him chasing Austin Theory around or something, or or AJ freaking out, going like, he's a freaking serial killer or something, or Chad Gable. I feel like this character fits Monday Night Raw, and he needs to be there. I don't understand why he's here with these kids. It's like,
so we mentioned it already, Nikita Lyons video package. I mean, they didn't show off. She didn't show off the asset.
No, you say that for TV. You sit down and then you hit him with that bam right real quick. One time when I hit you, that's someone I know would say. And then Walter's coming out.
She's basically saying her mom was a groupie and her dad was a bass player
I want to say that was 100% disrespect to your mom. Your mom had to be more than that. I apologize to the Key Alliance mom. My mom was just a groupie. What did she do for a living? She started grouping when she was 14. Fuck you. Leave me alone. She didn't have much of an education. She didn't do anything.
Yeah. And then she's doing a singing gimmick, which I don't think is going to last very long.
So you've seen a lot of this Nikita Lyons on 205 Live. Manny,
I've seen 2 matches.
Okay. Is she a heel?
She was cheered when she came out, but you can't go by anything that happened in that
you can't trust it, yeah. Like you can't trust the AEW crowd going like who's the makes the heels, just like they cheer everybody or they
I can't trust that crowd because they cheer Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, so
for unexplained reasons. For unexplained reasons.
I took it as she's a heel. And they're trying to create women tag team her with Daddy's Girl.
No. I don't even like the Daddy's Girl.
I don't like her either. Yeah, it's horrible, but I feel like they will work well together as a team. As two just entitled and women just going after stuff.
So I call this the Wingardium Leviosa moment of the week.
Which spell is that? Which spell is that? Is that just levitation, right?
That's the levitation one.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I wasn't going to use any of the death spells because I wasn't. This is the worst one of the.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. You gotta correct you. Marcus, I want to correct you over and over. Yes.
Marcus, Expelliarmus. Oh, where's your wand, bitch? Where's your wand?
Motherfucker, you don't want to fuck with me, all right? You don't
want to fuck with me
today. You don't want to fuck with me today. This wand is a silver wand, all right? This is what we carry in America as heel wizards, all right? You may have your Hogwarts and stuff, but we got the LA Unified.
Where is it?
I got the LA Unified School District School of Magicians. Yeah, we may not get skills, but I'm going to shoot the hell out of this Patronus right now on you, Manny. And you know what my Patronus is? It's a goddamn gun. It's a gun. That is what we have. Expecto Patronum. Bang. Oh, fuck. This shit's hood shit. He got that hood one. Shit's dangerous.
I did tell Eric that we may test out white powders on the show, but I don't think we got time for that.
I don't know why I thought you said white power. I was like, whoa, Manny. I don't know. We should test that out for the show. I don't know if that's gonna work with the audience.
So it's Saray versus Kayla Inlay. I'm not sure if you're gonna get this reference, but in the UK there was a show called Stars in Their Eyes back in the 90s where random people would come out, go talk to this guy called Matthew Kelly, and then the tagline was they're gonna go in the back, get made up, and come out like a pop star. So it would be like, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Coco Beware or something like that. And I'd walk through the door.
No one has ever said that. I don't give a fuck what year you're in, Manny. I don't care what shitty town you're in. I don't even care if it's Coco Beware Appreciation Night. No one has ever said, I'm going to be Coco Beware. And if they did, no one else was in the room with them.
Okay. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Hakushi. I come out with all this stuff on my face and stuff like that. But then you'd see me walk into the door. Or what the stage with the smoke going, the smoke effect going, and then come back out, and it'd be like dun 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 dun, and then I'll be out, and I'll be like white trousers, Chinese lettering all over my face.
You'd be like, yay, look at Hakushi. Wow.
And then this is basically what this entrance was. She started off as a schoolgirl, and then somehow transformed into whatever the fringe different colors.
I like that she doesn't even play it off that she's not Superman. Like she just said, "I'm be Superman today" or Supergirl, whatever. And
it's that
does this make you? Are you? Huh?
It's the drop kick. The drop kick is the most. It's just devastating.
It might be my favorite move in wrestling, to be honest. I was gonna say that right now. Like, as long as she has that drop kick, she has a job with me because that's my favorite move. Because it just looks like, oh my god, what are you doing?
It hits every time. It doesn't hit the same every time, but it looks like it hurts every time.
Yeah, it hurts differently each time. Like, it doesn't hurt the same way. Like you think you took that drop kick before, and you're like, oh, I can take it this time. I'm ready. You know, first time I wasn't ready to get kicked in my face. Oh, she scraped my neck. She scraped my neck. I didn't see that shit coming. Fuck.
Marcus, are we gonna get a it's a necklace, but I want to go chain snatching by Dakota Kai, and she's gonna steal the power of the sun.
I hope God's reading my lips, please. I know how Malik Blade had used black people's one wish for you, God, to get Mandy Rose to fall in his lap. But can I get a chain snatching? Can I get one? And then I'm gonna love it because Texas death match, Manny. A Texas death match. I was sorry to go out there after this chain snatcher to go. I want a Texas death match because of this.
I want it to be incredible. I want Dakota Kai to be enraged with the power of the sun. Everything to go wrong.
Yeah, Manny, I want this to be Manny, I want the lights to like all of a sudden go dark as soon as she do it, a spotlight on Dakota Kai, and I want reality show music of where dun 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 and with cuts of people's faces. She snatched the chain. Like I want it to be dramatic.
How jokes would that be though?
Texas death match.
How jokes would that be? She stole the power of the sun. Do you know how bright the NXT arena is at the moment? It reverted back to black and gold where it went dark. So they had to get in extra lighting to shine on the ring and stuff like that so you can see. And all because Dakota stole the power of the sun and Saray has to get it back. I think I've just booked NXT TV for about 3 months.
You just decided to build NXT 3.0 around Saray and Dakota Kai. Damn the title, damn everything else. It's all about the medallion. And everybody, and I can see people complaining about matches like Braun Breaker and Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar only lost because Saray lost the power of the sun. I couldn't see in the dark. That's the reason I lost. I would come up with new excuses like that as a heel.
Hire me, Vince, please.
Yeah. Bivens talking about the old Bivens talking about the Diamond Mine gym isn't what it used to be ever since the sun's been taken away. In a dark room too. Just it's a dark. Basically, it's the darkest timeline.
Basically, what I've booked is the day of the solstice, I think, or on Avatar when the Fire Nation was at its most powerful.
9% of the things you book is Avatar. It's like, oh shit, because the moon's blocked. The Water Nation has no power.
The best anime ever. Everyone can say whatever they want. This is Nickelodeon smashed it with that.
Yeah, it's an all-time great series. Not even just anime, just all-time great series.
Even the chorus series was good.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same, but it was still good.
It's just the detail and writing on a children's show. A children's show, damn it, had more detail in that than anything that's on Disney Plus right now. I'm talking to you, Boba Fett. I'm talking to you, who I don't want to see you anymore. I just want my Mandalorian. Okay?
So we get Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Cameron Grimes. Carmelo gave credit to Cameron Grimes. He was worried the veteran would challenge him, so he was training harder than ever. Trick did not take the challenge seriously. He's a bum.
Trick talked a lot of shit.
He said it too far.
Your daddy's listening.
He said it too far. I was like, I'm not ready to take that many bullets like that.
This is the first time I saw a black person, speak crazy like that. Not like he spoke like crazy. And the person who said, I don't understand what you said, and I didn't consider them racist because I was like, I don't know what Trick said. I don't know what he said. I got bootlicker, bum, and something else like that. And I was like, damn, he tore your ass.
I'm sure he said your mum is something. I don't want to go, your mum is a horror, but he put that on TV.
Your mom is a garden tool or something like that. Like, damn, Trick.
So Grimes arrived to challenge NXT North American champion. Trick told Grimes he was not worthy of fighting the champion in nice ways. The fighting the A champion, but the challenger clearly got under the champion's skin. He retreated for the moment.
Now we have to. Is it time for the main event, Manny? Is it time for Mandy?
No,
I think we covered everything. Oh,
so we got LA Knight.
Draco.
LA Knight versus Joe Gacy. That happened. Great. I feel like that may have been one of the best run-ins I've ever seen in my life. So I saw another angle of it. He flips over the barricade because they didn't show this on NXT. He flips over the barricade and then just lands the stunner.
Yeah.
Flips over the barricade, rolls, and then lands the stunner. Best run ever.
He was smooth. Grayson Waller is smooth. And I really like his I like the big man. I forget his name already. I think it's Raj or something. No, that's Guru Raj. I don't remember his name.
Rinku?
Rinku? Is he still Rinku?
Formerly Rinku. I can't remember the name he had now.
I don't know his name now, but I know he knows where Veer is because he was a part of that group. And someone knows the whereabouts. But I know I think most people in the mid-card wrestling don't see the Grayson Waller, but big things coming with him, I think.
He's just nice to hate. It's just good.
Yeah.
He's easy to hate, much like MJF, but he's nowhere near MJF. But like it's like MJF, where you just look at him and you hate him.
Yeah,
even
you haven't said a word. You're just like, ugh.
Marcus, maybe the cutest match of NXT: Wendy Chu versus Amari Miller.
I want to say I really appreciate Wendy Chu's wrestling style. I know it's dumb, but the strategy of I'm gonna cling to your leg like a pillow and you can't move, or the elbow drop of sleep, and then mixed in with other wrestling moves. I go, what the fuck were they doing with Mei Ying? Why was she Mei Ying?
And she wrestles in bunny slippers, man. Enough said, people. She wrestles in bunny slippers.
It's an incredible gimmick that what I cannot boo. I cannot be mad at. It's something I haven't seen before, and it may be a ripoff on kind of Orange Cassidy, but it's something more, I think.
Yeah, and then she somehow steals Daddy Girl's black card, who she starts screaming in the ring, but all she had to do is cancel it.
Manny, I know, but this is wrestling, and you don't have that technology, and I want to see what she bought with it, and I want it to be a giant bed, and I want to see her jump on that bed. I want to see it just fall gracefully through the sky onto that bed. Or I want
did you think at any point she was going to plant that card on the black girl and then claim she stole it? Because that's some entitled white shit that I was expecting.
Yeah. When she slid the card in the ring, I was like, what are you doing? This doesn't help your case at all. One, you're distracting the person you want to kill the other person. And two, that you are simply giving somebody your credit card randomly on TV. Take it. Buy whatever you want.
Then Draco Anthony loses to Andre Chase after fucking with the flag.
I was shocked.
He got a video package as well. I thought he was going to win.
Yeah, I was like, this is a guarantee. This is easy. No.
His name, though. His name sounds like someone in the NFL. I can just imagine the start of the game. Draco Anthony, USC, running back.
Draco Malfoy, Slytherin, catcher.
So we get to
Muscle. I'm curious where he got the Draco from. Is it Malfoy or is it from Soldier Boy?
Probably.
I'm curious. Boy. I'm trying to say Soldier Boy.
He's dressed as a soldier too.
He's dressed as a soldier. He was a soldier too. Damn, he does have a experience. But I'm disappointed with his gimmick. I wanted the guy who was in the coffee shop. I don't know. That was a different character.
It's the same character. He was just in deep thought.
The coffee shop looked like he was up to something, and it looked like he was going through some shit. This guy looked like he had his shit together. Therapy works wonders.
So we get Tommaso Ciampa versus Bron Breakker versus Tommaso Ciampa and Bron Breakker versus Legado del Fantasma. That spear, Marcus, was intense.
That spear was one of the best I've seen in a long time. Like he just ran through him. Those are my two favorite spots of the week. Is that spear and then jumping through the announce table at that distance.
I thought one died. The way Tommaso looked there was like, I don't think he was meant to go for the table that bad.
It was like, oh shit. Like he landed flush. And I was like, man, what a brave stunt. It was the second best table. It followed up the Solo Sequoia table spot when he dove as well. I'm going to give NXT the point in better table spots than AEW, who always have a random table spot in their show.
Yeah,
it's like every wrestling show now.
The Meta Hook put someone thing for a table. It didn't feel good.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so whatever.
The main event. Let's get to the main event.
I'm starting to lose connection.
Toxic Attraction come out. They say Indian Persia are going to get a title match at Vengeance Day. KLR comes out, says she's looking for her title shot, then states her claim being the longest reigning women's champion in the modern era. Mandy puts her non-wrestling accomplishments over.
I know. How many magazines cover, honey? Huh? Yeah, gotcha.
So, there was a part in this which worried me in the next bit where KLR states that she dominated a continent whilst Mandy was slipping on her ass at WrestleMania and sucking the face off Otis. And she said, and look at me now. I'm the hottest thing in WWE, and unlike all the other fugazis that claim to be, the moment she said that, I thought she was going to start hanging out with Tony D. And I was like, no, please no.
Hold on. I'm falling apart. My Wi-Fi or something is dying. Most of you came out as robot. I'm sure you're fine on your end. I think it's me.
Yeah, it's come out perfect. You're still sounding perfect on my end.
Okay, but it's like really choppy. So I'm gonna just run through my takes and try to end it. I guess we got to end the show a little early. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, Mandy go over these non-accomplishments, which I still support as victories. And I feel like Kaylee Ray wasn't allowed to say NXT UK Women's Champion. I feel like there's a rip somewhere that they didn't want Vince to know that brand existed. Don't say NXT UK, damn it. Sean runs that one too. And if you say it, Vince is gonna be like, "Who do I have here? Who the fuck is Noam Dar? Cut. John Dillon, cut. The Pretty Deadly, cut. Like Mustache Mountain, cut. This whole brand gone. Like that's what I feel like would happen if you say NXT UK out loud in the WWE. We gotta ignore it. It's on the network, but it's not ours.
And then KLR slaps the shit out of Mandy Rose. Like hard.
Sorry. It's really hard for me to hear you, Randy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The show's falling apart.
You still sound perfect on my end.
Huh?
You sound perfect on my end.
Damn it. No,
it doesn't even seem to be a problem on the YouTube. Oh, you're gone. We have lost Marcus. So I will try and complete the NXT report by myself. Idris Enofe and Malik Blade are in the back talking about the... Oh, wait, he's back. Are you back?
I'm back. But, I think it's still messing up. Damn it.
So let's just get through this quickly. Idris Enofe and Malik Blade are in the back talking about tag team names. They considered being called Bold, Brave, and Confident. BB. Whoa! Let's ask what Mandy Rose thinks. Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy.
And then Mandy runs in.
Blade in his erection. Was that inappropriate for TV? How dare he? How dare he? Like, it was 2 seconds, and he was like, oh, shit.
I need a moment. I need a minute. It only proves to me Idris is a bloodthirsty male. We should go after them.
Chase them. My one issue with all of this, and I'm going to sum it up, Kaylee Ray with the kidnapping of the attraction, toxic attraction. How if Mandy was getting first, that plan falls out apart. Because Mandy was like, I'm driving and got in first instead of opening the door for Gigi and JC. That plan falls apart real quick. What the fuck are you in my car for? That's kind of what would have went down. I don't know how she got lucky.
How was there no struggle? Did she what was that? Get a cloth and then some I need to know. There was no struggle, Marcus. There was no struggle.
She put a cloth over her head and released the gas in the backseat. But then again, I'm going to tell you this. If I was in the backseat and the road person's driving, I'm not going to fight them because I know she's going to try and drive at 1,000 miles per hour and we're going to flip over and I will die a legendary tag team women's champion. I don't want that. That is not the way I want to die. I die as a women's champion, but not the tag team champions in the women's division. Not that title. Not this way.
Then Mandy gets cake and cold spaghetti thrown at her.
That looked like cold spaghetti. Spaghetti.
And then she threw some cake at that ass, and then Mandy fell. That's how you know she's top heavy.
Yeah.
Going down.
Cake.
Mandy,
how much? Did you want to see Mandy take the? I wanted Mandy to take the cake. I wanted Mandy to take a bite of the cake and feel like she's doing a guilty pleasure for herself. For like she doesn't eat this shit, but she's like, no one's looking. Caught eating cake. I'm caught eating cake.
And then they eventually get to the ring. Mandy says she can have a match. And then receives a super kick and a gory bomb to say thanks.
Yes. Nice ending. My favorite is that Ciampa and it's like, Breaker, look at this shit.
We better go.
Out. Let's get out of here. But no, that was entertaining. I really enjoyed the chase throughout the show. And you know what? I'm going to say I enjoyed all the WWE product this week, other than the Royal Rumble Sunday. This has been a good week for the WWE. I enjoyed the scooter race throughout Raw as well. And how
I thought that was going to be silly. I haven't actually finished watching it. I thought that was going to be very silly.
It was fun throughout because it just was like highlights there on lap whatever, and it's like, oh, they're on lap 29, it's coming to an end. And then Chad Gable like falls off from the ramp, he loses his balance, and then Riddle's about to win clean, and he's like, oh, bro, and then Otis out of nowhere just takes him out. And it was great. It was a great, like, oh, he was about to win, you son of a bitch.
I wanted to see, though, how they got Otis into that suit.
I don't know. It was so tight.
So much grease. So much grease.
I support it. But my favorite thing is when, after that race, they had a match with Riddle and Otis. And because Chad Gable said, I'm too tired of doing 50 laps around Serena to have a match. But and then the referee's like, well, so is Riddle. What do you think? And then they're like, the entire commentary is going like, this is one of the most athletically things I've ever seen in my life. Riddle is having a match and doing 50 laps around the arena on the scooter, and he had like a 12 minute match, and they're like, oh, he's spent, he's exhausted, he's gonna die for this match, for this victory. And it was so true because I was like, man, it's matching 50 laps. Dude, I think they did 50 laps enough, but I was invested, and I thought overall Raw was a really good, solid show. Shocked that Theory beat Owens, but it was probably the right call. Shocking Shane McMahon was out of that match, apparently. He was supposed to be in there. That's gone. Vince's real son is in the match now. Austin Theory. But overall, I thought Raw just knocked out the park. I thought it was just 3 hours of a solid show.
I mean, they're on the way to Mania, so they're planning. That's when they're at their best.
Yeah. Yeah, people look strong. Rhea Ripley seemed like she was back. I hope she's done with this Nikki.
I don't think it's over.
I feel like that could have been it. She beat her ass, and it could have been it.
I don't think it's over. It never seems like it's fully over.
But overall, you know, I keep Raw simple. You know, there's no more Raw report for right now. But when it comes back, Raw's gonna be good again, Betty. It's gonna be good.
You think?
Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles, though, just two of the best ever. Just being the best ever. Just smooth. Just like you look at it and go like,
this is the first time they've done that
look like
in WWE.
Is it the first time they had a match?
I'm not sure.
But they may have. I don't know. It may have, but it just felt like this is big deal, and I wish. And this was in front of an AEW crowd who would appreciate it more than a regular day. It's like, it's just AJ and Rey Mysterio. No, this was a big deal. 2 all-time GOATs going at it, just being the best at this craft. Just like, wow, this is great.
So that is actually the end of today's show. We went over, but this is what happens when we don't have a Tuesday show. Me and Marcus don't actually see each other in the middle of the week. Then we end up rambling more.
We have so much more to talk about. I have more. Honestly, I could talk for another hour. I just choose not to at this point. One, the internet connection seemed to be lagging or something. And 2, it was like, no one's probably going to be listening past the 50-minute mark. Like, that's where I was stuck. Once we got there, I feel like people would be like, all right, 50 minutes on YouTube is a long time.
But I'm going to hold it out there. If you still get the mystery word, which was said last week, the mystery phrase, and spelt it dirty, you get a free shirt. But this offer only goes on this video. It ends as of Saturday. So if I see a comment on Sunday,
you can say the comment. You can say the comment. Beer's coming dirty. Just say it.
Did you say... Is the phrase coming dirty or spell it dirty?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say beer is coming, but spell it dirty. But honestly, I was saying say it dirty before, even just to say it dirty. Say it dirty.
So if you put that phrase in this video, the last 2 videos, you get a shirt. The first person to do it. We're not giving everyone a shirt.
No, they're going to say beer is coming dirty.
Yeah. So make sure you follow us on the Facebooks, the Instagram, and the YouTubes on the Sharpshooters, and over on Twitter as the Sharpies Network, which is run by Ross. The latest post is of this. You know, as it happens. I mean, it's just a picture of me as Roman, which Roland made.
Yeah. I love the beanie with the hair. It looks like you're bald and you're just put the beanie on to cover up the baldness, but you still have hair on the side.
It makes me look like I'm I'm the Undertaker with hair. Undertaker wearing a beanie.
Yeah, Undertaker wearing a beanie with a wig behind him, just so people be like, he still got his hair. That fucker's still badass. Still got his hair.
Yeah, but just note, the Tuesday show may come back, so wait for it.
Wait. Bring it in. Enjoy it in all its glory and fantasticness and stuff. I had no finished words right there.
We'll be back Saturday with the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. Rora's Retro is out tomorrow, and we are out. Peace.